Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Counter HD here, bringing a brand new video today. We'll be doing a game preview for the Arizona Cardinals versus the unbeaten Philadelphia Eagles. With that being said, let's hop straight into it. Now, there's no doubt that this is easily the toughest opponent the Cardinals have faced this year. Now, we have faced some tough opponents. We've faced the Rams, and we've also played the Chiefs. Both of them we did end up losing. But I think I can confidently say we have not played a team like the Eagles. The Eagles are such a well-rounded team. They got a really good defense and a really good offense. And it's something the Cardinals haven't really faced yet in the season, that a quarterback that can and will run the ball against us every chance he gets. And so this is going to bring up a lot of challenges that the Cardinals have yet to see. But nonetheless, I am confident in our defense to hold this offense. Now, first half, we know the Cardinals have struggled. We were honestly one of the worst teams in the first half, I'd say. But the way we can rally in the second is something that is so really unexplainable, but it works for us. And so I would love to see us get going in the first half, but we know we're bringing in the second. So if we can minimize the damage done in the first, especially with a team like this, that's a dub for us. But with their offense, we also have to face many other threats. It's not only just Jalen Hurts. A very good running back in Miles Sanders, who in 4 games has 356 yards and 3 touchdowns. Which the Cardinals, we don't have the best run defense, so we're definitely going to have to hold them down. I'm not sure what we're going to try to do or what we're going to try to scheme, but I feel like if we use Isaiah Simmons properly, this could be something we can also stop, as well as Jalen Hurts getting out and running all over us. I feel like Simmons would be a great spy. But same thing with Zaven Collins. I think both of our linebackers could step up here and play big roles into this Cardinals defense. But we also have to play one of the most dominant receivers in the league right now in A.J. Brown, who has 404 yards and a receiving touchdown. And as a lot of you know, our DBs aren't where we want them to be right now. Now we have Byron Murphy, he's always solid, and we have Buda and Jalen Thompson. All three of them, solid, great, we can rely on. Now the issues start with Marco Wilson, and Trayvon Mullen hasn't really shined yet, even though last game against the Panthers was his first game. We haven't seen too much from him, but it does look like Antonio Hamilton will be returning and playing in this game, which is huge. Especially how much he was liked going into preseason and just how much he showed off in this offseason. This team is very happy with his performance, and this will be his first chance to show us in game. Now, I doubt he'll be on A.J. Brown, but if we can limit the damage of all the other receivers, because Philadelphia, they got some receivers that will do damage to us if we don't keep them contained. And so if Hamilton can hold down and with Marco and stop Devontae Smith and Goddard, then I feel like that's a success. And I think we just leave AJ to Byron. I trust Byron. I trust Byron in getting the job done, and he's done nothing to show that he can't do it. So I say we put our trust in our corner number 1. But now offensively, the Cardinals also have struggles. Now I have mentioned we can't really get going in the first half, especially in the first quarter. The Cardinals have yet to score any points in the first quarter, which is terrible. And the commentators, all they do is love to bring it up. So that ends this game. We have to figure out a way to do it. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but we have to figure out a way. Now, this is a very good Eagles defense that has a very good secondary, a very good line, and some sneaky linebackers. So the Cardinals need to be prepared for this game. Now, one thing I personally would love to see for the Cardinals to prepare. Now, this doesn't really take very much. It's quite a simple thing. It's just called don't do screens. I feel like that opens up our offense a lot more, and it keeps us gaining yards instead of losing them. That's my process. But definitely stop with screens. Screens are terrible. No one likes them. We're losing yards. We do about like 6 screens a game. We gain yards only about 2 times out of 6, so it's honestly not worth it. And so if we can put a stop to that, that would be nice, but probably won't. But the Cardinals definitely need to use our running back depth here. We have very good depth. We have Connor, we have Benjamin, and we also have Darrell Williams. All three of those pieces we've been able to switch around and make into just one dominant running back group, and we saw that last game. And honestly, our first successful running game in quite a while. So if the Cardinals can keep that cycle going and know when we need to have Williams or out there instead of Connor and just keep that going and have a great rotation, that will lead to fundamental success, and will also lead to success that we will see on the field, which we have already seen. But we're also going to need to see Kyler here. Now, Kyler has done a pretty good job in these past games, but he still doesn't feel like last year's Kyler. It feels like something's still holding him back. I don't know. All I know is Kyler can be playing better, and I do want to see more from him. Now, I think a lot of it does come from him not using his legs as much. Now, last game, he had 12 rushing attempts, and he had 20 yards. So he did try to use his legs more. Now, it wasn't always there, but he tried. And I think this game, we're going to need to see a lot more of him using his legs, because this pass rush is definitely a problem, and he's going to need to buy himself some time. Now, the Cardinals receivers are also going to be a big factor. Now, like I said, the Eagles do come with a very good secondary. So we're going to need to look to more people than just Marquise Brown. We're going to have to look for more people than just Zach Ertz. And with Antoine Wesley coming back, it definitely opens up this Cardinals offense a lot more. Now, we saw Greg Dortch step up in this past time, and I think Greg Dortch and Antoine Wesley, if they are both playing, that is a duo that is so uncertain that I think it could honestly tear this team up and could lead to a great rotation. But with the Cardinals opening up, we are still going to be hitting Zach Ertz, and we are still going to be hitting Marquise Brown, which this is also a revenge game for Zach Ertz. So I think he will have a big game, but we can't be overlooking our depth receivers. And the last thing I will touch on in this video is that the Cardinals just need to play smart football. We've seen them do it, usually in the second half. But that also starts with Cliff, and Cliff just needs to be smart. It's not very hard to know when you just need to take your points and go ahead and trust in your defense instead of going for it and failing terribly. So this is a very big game for the Cardinals, but it all starts with Cliff stepping up, and I think everybody else will follow as long as he's able to do his job. But I got to give a score prediction. Now, I'm going to do a two-parter here. At half, I'm going to have Cardinals 6 points, Eagles 14 points. They're up, but not very much. Not by very much. At the end of the game, I have Cardinals winning 23-17. I think we're going to come out and we're just going to handle business in that second half and ultimately end this Eagles team undefeated streak. But that's going to be the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below, and be sure to hit that like and sub button. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one.